camera, or they can hear us too on the microphone. Good morning. Hi, Barbara. Good morning. While we're waiting for other people to arrive, I am going to smudge. Have my abalone. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Today I have my son Kai here with me. Kai, you want to say hello? You can come into the screen. You can put your whole face in the screen. It's okay. That's still half a face. There we go. Hi, Claudia. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. While we're waiting for more people to arrive, I am going to smudge. Feel free to join me if you would like to as well. Or you can take a moment to grab yourself a cup of water or a cup of tea. And also, too, for those of our relatives who have art supplies, I invite you to go and grab your art supplies as well. You can grab some pens or pencils, colored pencils, markers, crayons, paper, and if you received a Creative Connections care package, then I invite you to get out your coloring pages as well. Hi, Elena. Good morning, everybody. I would like to do a little check-in and ask how everybody is doing this morning. Feel free to share in the comment box. Every Tuesday morning, I have had the opportunity and just wonderful privilege to spend with our elders at the Southeastern Oneida Tribal Services. And while we're at home, I am so happy to be able to spend that time with you here. I have today my rock. I know that when we do check-ins, we tend to have a rock that we can choose and we can hold, and we can put our thoughts into. If we have any worries or stresses, we can hold this rock, or anything that you might have at home. Maybe it's a rock, maybe it's a crystal, maybe it's tobacco, maybe it's just holding your own hands and just taking some time to just reflect and relax if you can. I know for some of our relatives out there, being at home can be a stressful place for you, and I want you to know that we here at the HIR Wellness Institute are here to hold space for you. We support you, and we know that you're out there, so we give you all our love and aloha, and just know that we're thinking about you and we're there for you. Again, my name is Malia. I am a community healer at the HIR Wellness Institute. I am online every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m., 2:30 p.m., and 8 p.m. And also on Tuesdays right now are 10 a.m. creative care. So I also want to say a big thank you to our founder, Leah Denny. She has lent me this awesome new microphone, and hopefully you guys can hear me better. So let me know if you can. Claudia, I see that you're saying you're feeling bright today. That is wonderful. I'm glad to know that you're doing well and that you are feeling good today. By the looks of my son, he looks pretty tired, but he's decided that he's going to do some art with me today. So please feel free to join me. Take some time to go ahead and grab some art supplies. If you have pens, pencils, markers, crayons, colored pencils, paper, scrap paper, computer paper, as well as a scissors, because we are going to be making some hearts today too. Kai, have you ever made a paper heart before? You think so? Well, they're fun to make, and we're going to make some hearts to brighten up our windows, and all we'll need is tape too later. But anyways, please let me know that you can hear okay, as this is a brand new microphone out of the box, and thank you so much, Leah, for lending it to me. I really appreciate it. In fact, I appreciate everyone out there. I appreciate all of our relatives, all of our brothers and sisters out there. Just know that we appreciate you. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do today is we are going to color. And if you, yes, I did. Okay, sorry, my son is asking me if we can hear the microphone. It sounds great. Thank you, Greg. Great to see you. Wonderful. Karen, thank you for saying so. I'm glad you guys can hear me loud and clear. So, for those of you who don't have the coloring pages from the Creative Connections Care Package, that's totally fine. If you have a coloring book, feel free to grab it. And if not, feel free to draw along with us or just watch. If it's soothing for you and relaxing, then that's absolutely fine. I wanted to show you some of the things that I colored. So I haven't colored in a long time until last week, and being at home has actually opened up some new or reinvigorated some hobbies that I love and have had forgotten about. And I remember being in grade school, and there was very few things that I loved more than coloring. And it was so awesome to be able to color this. Oops, let me put it in there. Yeah, and I did this with colored pencils, and I didn't draw it, okay? It was already drawn, black and white, and I just filled in the color, and it was so fun. I didn't have any plan going in. I just colored, and it was great. Another one that I started that I haven't had a chance to finish was this goldfish, the koi pond, and you can kind of see jellyfish in there and goldfish, but obviously I haven't finished it because I have no timeline. I can do it at my own pace in my own leisure, and sometimes I feel like coloring for a minute or two and then I lose interest, and other times I'll go at it for like an hour and I might color something. And while people are coming in to join us, I want to remind you that there is a survey. We have it locked in the link here. We do serve Native communities, Indigenous people, the underserved communities, and victims of crime. So if you can take a moment to fill out the survey that we have attached here in the comments, this really helps us to be able to help you. So please do take the time either during or after this video to fill out that survey. It's completely confidential and anonymous. None of us will see it, but it does help I won't see it, and it does help with developing ways to help you. So, all right, I'm just gonna take the time to just show you a few things that we have. Look at this. What do you think about this one, Kai? Balloons, hot air balloons. I like this one. It makes me happy. It just reminds me of when I used to work at the Greendale Rec Department, and every summer they would have a hot air balloon event, and that's what it reminds me of. So it brings me happy thoughts. And I'm not sure if I'm going to color this one or not, but maybe you can tell me which one you would like me to color. You want to color this one? Okay. I guess Kai is going to be coloring this one. It is a old-fashioned gumball machine. I remember my grandma used to have a gumball machine like this at her house, and we would eat, like, she would give us like 100 pennies and we would pretty much eat the whole jar in a matter of a day or two. What kind of memories do you have? Do you have any fond childhood memories? Oh, look, he brought... I guess every kid loves a gumball machine. Yes. Feel free to share any memories that you have of your childhood that reminds you of something pleasant. Oh, Kai was thinking about maybe doing this one. It's kind of small, but it's a sun. I know it's an indigenous symbol. I forgot what indigenous tribe it's from, but I do know that I pulled it off of Google when I Googled indigenous coloring pages, and this one came up. Carlos, good to see you. Aloha, come join us if you want to do some artwork. And here's another one. This one I love. I think I might either do this one or the hot air balloon one. And this one I love, of course, because the tulips, they remind me of spring, and it is spring outside, guys. I think today it's almost 50 degrees. So I encourage you today, when we're done with our Creative Connections video, that you can go outside and get some fresh air. You can step out onto the front or back porch and just take in some healing, deep breaths. Kai, you look like you're falling asleep. Are you okay back there? Okay. He says he's trying to fix his hair. Well, okay, you do that. All right. So I am going to show you some of the supplies that we have with us. I know a lot of us parents, we tend to have like a random box of crayons and stuff like that. And one of the things that I found in the box, this is so funny. I know you probably have these around your house. You'll have like random things in children's boxes, and this is a random tiny Santa hat. So he actually put this on top of the microphone, so our microphone looks like Santa. But then when I'm just kind of digging through our art supply box, there's other randomness, like a chopstick with I don't know what's on the end of it. It looks like maybe it was in soil or something, because it's kind of brown on the bottom. See, what else do we have? Random pens, pencils, ice cream pencil, and then we have some erasers. But the biggest thing in here that I'm looking for is crayons. We have lots of crayons, so if you have crayons, make sure that you grab them. And Akai will let you use the crayons. You can color the crayons. And also, oh, I wanted to show you this. So, the HIR Wellness Institute has, let me see if I can find them. Hopefully I can. Let me see. Oh, here they are. Oops. How cool is that? We have our own crayons, and they're good quality too. They're Crayola. So, Kai, if you want to use these today, otherwise we'll just leave those on the side. I'm gonna color and draw with colored pencil. So I have my own art box, and I'll show you what we have inside here. It's a bunch of like Prismacolor markers, and these are cool because they have the thick end and then a thin point end. So they're two-sided. And then we just have random colored pencils and Sharpies and all sorts of stuff. So before we get started with our art supplies, let's do some grounding and connect ourselves to... Are you okay, Kai? let's do some grounding and relaxation techniques first. We'll do a little stretch and then we'll get into our art. So I invite everyone to place their feet firmly on the ground. This will help connect us to our environment, to stay present. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to relax them gently in my lap. I'm going to close my eyes and take deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Deep inhales. And exhale. I invite you to keep taking some deep breaths. This will help calm us and center us. And while you're doing so, we're going to continue that deep breathing as we roll our shoulders. Yeah. We're just going to loosen up the arms today so that when we do our artwork, it feels good. I'm going to go ahead and just turn from side to side, loosening up that neck. And I'm going to go ahead and bring my ear to my shoulder 2 times on each side. And I'm going to go ahead and roll my chin from shoulder to shoulder, keeping my chin in front. And I'm going to look down and up. Let's go ahead and roll out the wrists. Just warming up. I know I'm more used to typing on a keyboard and texting on my phone that sometimes we're going to bring the hand out in front. You can go ahead and you can straighten the arm or you can modify with a bend. We're just stretching the forearm here and all the tendons here in our wrists. Anyways, I'm so used to typing on the keyboard and texting that sometimes I forget that it's been a long time since I've used a pen and a pencil. So this will be a really good exercise to warm up. We're going to go ahead and stretch each finger. When's the last time you've done artwork? Feel free to comment. I know for some of us, maybe it's been since we were kids. Oh, and Claudia said she finds that breathing makes her realize that she's holding tension. The breathing and movement releases tension. So go ahead and make sure that you feel comfortable in your body. Stretch how you need to. And as we continue to color and do artwork today, remember that you can rest at any time. You can stop at any time. You can take deep breaths when you have to. You can stretch, and you can even go get a drink of water. Whenever you decide it's right for you that you want to stop, you're more than welcome to do that. So I'm just going to grab a bunch of color out of my pencil box here. And I think that I am going to do my tulip and stained glass one. Does anyone out there, I'm going to go ahead and angle my camera down so you can see my art page. And does anybody out there have any tulips blooming yet in their garden? If you have tulips outside, have you seen any? I actually have seen some posts on Facebook of daffodils that are popping up and other purple flowers. But okay, hopefully you can see me. I know it's not a perfect view, but so I'm going to try and angle this so you can see it a little bit more. I'm going to take my colored pencil, and this one is just a vert green, peacock green. It's kind of a darker green. And I am going to pick one of the leaves here, and I'm going to take that darker green, and I'm going to do just kind of more a, I'm going to press on my pencil a little bit darker around the edges of the leaf. So see there's that leaf vein here, and I'm going to just color alongside here. And if you have any coloring books at home, you obviously, not all of us have these coloring pages. You can do that, or you can even practice drawing. You can take a pen or a pencil and you can draw with that. So I'll kind of show you. So I just have scrap piece of paper here, right? I'm gonna draw on the back of it, and I'm seeing here that to make a tulip, it takes 3 leaves. So I can kind of show you with step 1, we'll just make kind of like, it almost looks like a pointed egg shape, where it's rounded on the bottom. And then I'm gonna do another one just behind it, so it's kind of that pointed, like a kind of a fat teardrop shape. And then I'm gonna finish, and that one goes behind. And then in the center, we can do a 3rd stem right there. So there's 1 tulip, and then we're gonna make the stem. So we're gonna do 2 lines from the base. And then we're gonna make some leaves. So tulips have kind of these long pointed leaves. So it's almost like an oblong leaf. It's kind of like the tulip petal, but we're just gonna make it a longer pointed, almost like a, it almost looks like a pair of, like a mouth, like the lip on top and the lip on the bottom. And then we're gonna do the other side. And that one goes behind, so see how I let this one come behind, I didn't complete it, and then I drew. So feel free, if you would like to, you can make tulips. And then what the coloring page does is they do horizontal lines behind that go across. So I'm just gonna do that. See that, how I put a line across? I'll let you see. See, I kind of put that line behind, so you can see it goes behind the tulip, and I'm going to do a couple of lines like that. You know, and when we're doing this stuff, I want you to be gentle on yourselves and remember that this is really kind of like, think of it as doodling and relaxation. There's no mistakes to be made. If you make a line and you're like, I don't know if I like that line, then you can go ahead and experiment and just try it again. It's okay. However you feel that, you know, you want to create, like say maybe you don't feel like drawing a tulip. Maybe you want to make a sun, right? I'll make a sun in the background, so I'm just going to make a big circle. And the circle doesn't have to be perfect at all. Mine isn't. Kind of actually a little bit crooked here. But I think I will do a smiley face. Let me make 2 eyes. I know Kai really likes smiley faces. And I'm going to make 2 little circles. And the smiley. And I'm going to give him 2 chubby little cheeks. So I'm going to do little half circles on the bottom. So there's my sun. And I'm going to give him little sun rays. You could do lines of sun rays. Or you could do arcs. Like an arc where they're all connected. And you just loop around. See? And maybe I'll give him some smiley eyebrows. They almost look like king crowns. So if you don't have coloring pages or coloring books at home, you can draw shapes like that, and then you can begin to color your own thing that you drew. Like for example, now I can just fill in with yellow. I'm doing broad strokes so that I can cover the area quickly. Or maybe you feel like doing more detailed strokes. And that's up to you. It depends on what feels good for your hands and what feels good for your body. Yeah. So, those are some ideas for you. Now, I'm going to go back to coloring my tulips, but that was a suggestion that you could use if you just feel like drawing and you don't want to color. So you can see I'm doing kind of a little bit heavier handed strokes on the outside with the dark green. It's called peacock green, and I'm using colored pencil. Kai, how's your piece doing? Let's take a look at yours. Okay, so here's Kai's. This is my son's. Cool. You know what would be really fun after you color in the gumballs? Glitter would be really cool to put glitter on this. I don't know, we'd have to look for it, but that would be an idea too if you have glitter. Okay, so back to, and I'm just going a little bit deeper and heavier handed on the edges. I'm kind of like tracing around, and then I'm gonna get a little bit creative with my coloring. So I'm gonna take this lighter colored, it's almost like a neon green colored pencil, and I'm going to start filling in. You know, it's interesting the things that we find, that we can find relaxing. It's actually very relaxing to me to hear the colored pencil moving across the paper. It's actually a sound I used to hear all the time as a kid, and it's been a long time since I've heard it. And I invite you to, when you're doing your artwork, if you want to listen to some music, that's always a great way to relax too. So look at what I did. I took the deep dark green, and then I took the yellow, the lighter yellow, and I put it on the inside. And I'm gonna go back with my deep dark green, and I'm gonna just make some imaginary, notice how the line of the coloring page stops right here, but I'm gonna carry it up with my green. And it's gonna give it some more depth and dimension. So while we're coloring together, again, feel free to take breaks if you need to. You can stop when you want. There's no specific time that you have to do this. If you need to go get some tea or get a cup of water or just stretch your hands, you're welcome to. Now I'm going to kind of see there's this dark line here, and then I'm going to kind of trace around with my darker green color, and I'm slowly circling words. And I'm going to kind of just keep doing this. So my son Kai is coloring his gumball machine. Kai is, he's in 5th grade, and they do school from home on the computer Monday through Friday. And my significant other, his name is Greg, he actually went back to work today. He works at a food manufacturing facility, so he's one of those, I guess they call it essential workers. So he's working hard at the factory, making sure that food is being made, and we're thankful for that. Alright, and look at how pretty this looks. And that was just using the 2 colors. So I have this green, this is they call it Bice Green, B-I-C-E, I've never heard of that. But Bice Green, and then my Peacock Green. So I think I'm going to use the same dark green. I'm going to go to the next leaf now. Let me see if I can position this so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so again, you can see kind of the dark lines here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hand a little bit heavier, a little bit more pressure on my colored pencil, and I'm just going to kind of outline, and the same thing on the outside here. So while I'm doing this, for those of you who are here and maybe you're just following along, how are you doing today? How is everybody today? What have you been doing to pass the time while we've been at home? You can comment in the box and let me know. And if you need some well wishes or you want some positivity, feel free to comment and let me know, and we'll send some positive thoughts your way. I know this can be a difficult time for people, so just know that we're here for you. We care for you, and it's important that you know that you can reach out to us on our CARES line if you need us. Our CARES counselors are here to connect with you. You can inbox us on our Facebook page. You can call us by phone. You can email us. You can let us know what's a good way to reach out to you, whether it's text or phone. Okay, so see, this looks really pretty again, but it still needs some finishing touch. Go back with that green, my dark green, and notice how the veins here, they only go this far. Well, I'm going to take my dark green and I'm going to just naturally pull the veins up of the leaves. You okay, Kai? So Kai is coloring his gumball machine. It's looking pretty cool. You know, and last week we were talking about how colors are calming. And the beautiful thing about green is it's a very soothing color. So that's why if you're feeling like you need a little rest and relaxation, step outside and take some deep breaths and look at the grass, look at the flowers. Blue is very clean, so you can look up at the sky, although honestly the sky's a little bit more gray today, but it'll still give you some calming and some soothing if you might need it. See how I pulled all the veins of the leaves upward with my dark green? And now you can see that here. So I'm going to go ahead and finish one more. Oh, we have two more leaves up on this. So again, I'm taking that dark around. And you can do this with any of your coloring pages, even if you draw, say, your own flower, for example. One of the techniques you can do is you just are heavier handed around the outlines, and then you can color in lightly with the same color. So like I could take my dark green and lightly go in across, or you can take another color, like a lighter green is good against a darker green, and I'm just gonna fill it in. And as you do this, they kind of blend together and it looks really nice. So just kind of blending together, going all the way around, and then filling in on the top here. I want to say to all of our relatives who are with us on Tuesday mornings at the Southeastern Oneida Tribal Services, I miss you guys a lot. I know Liam miss you guys too, and we're just sending a lot of love your way. I hope you feel it. Alright, I'm going to do one more leaf, and then, so you can see the leaf so far, it's looking pretty. Oh yeah, I'm going to start with my dark pencil again. So my dark green, tracing along the outer edges. Barbara says she misses you guys too. I'm still at home drinking my teas though. I've definitely, this week I have been so happy to get back into the habit of drinking my teas at home. And this past week, Leah was so kind to share some of her cedar medicine. She has 6 cedar trees in her backyard. 6! She doesn't spray them or anything, so that's awesome because she gave me some beautiful leaves. And last week I made cedar tea. It was my first time. Definitely learning about cedar. I know that our relatives from Turtle Island, cedar is very important to you. And it was the first time I drank cedar tea. And I put some maple syrup in it and some cinnamon. And it really did calm and relax me for the rest of the night. It was great. So thank you so much for sharing your medicine with me, Leah. I appreciate that. That was a real treat for me. Okay, so back to my dark. Remember, I have the veins. They kind of stop here. But I'm going to pull it up by just taking the green leaf a little bit deeper. Here's the other vein. I'm going to just pull up. And then there's the final one here. And then I'm going to just take my pencil around. And I'm lightly filling in around the edges of the veins that I just made. How's yours going, Kai? Let's take a look at Kai. We'll take a little break here. Here's Kai's. Oh, it's so cool, Kai. I love it. What color are you going to make the outside of the bubblegum machine? I think traditionally they're like red. Yeah, traditionally they're red. Okay, I'm going to pull this back down so we can go back to the artwork. And this time I need to do the tulip blossoms. And to me, just in my mind, these tulips, I know they come in all different colors, orange and yellow and pinks and reds. I feel like doing pink. I'm just feeling the pink this time. So again, I'm going to just pick a leaf here and I'm going to color in a little bit heavy-handed around the lines here. And then I'm going to kind of just trace my pink around. Do you need a red, Kai? I think you have a red right there. So I'm kind of tracing around here. And how have you been doing today, guys? Anyone have any recipes planned for today? You're gonna make anything out of your pantry? The last couple days, we just got a giant family size or party size lasagna. It was huge. It was like a 3-pound lasagna. And we've been eating that. It was just frozen and we put it in the oven for about an hour and a half. And it was really good though. So we've been eating lasagna the last couple days and I've had my fair share of lasagna. I'm good now. I don't need any more lasagna for a while. But the day before that, I was craving fried chicken so bad. I just wanted some fried chicken. So we did the drive-thru at Popeyes and it was good. Just had a bunch of fried chicken and mashed potatoes. Okay, so I see how I filled it in there. I'm going to use the same colored pencil. I'm not going to switch now. And now I'm just going to fill in the inside a little bit lighter. Is there any foods you've been craving while you've been home? Yeah, for me it was fried chicken. Oh, I was craving pot roast the other day. I made that. I just put it in the crock pot with carrots and onions and peppercorn and bay leaf. And it turned out really nice. No. It doesn't come till later tonight. Mm-hmm. So see how I lightly colored in that tulip here? Same color. I didn't use any different color. I just drew in dark on the outer edges and then lightly filled in on the inside. So I'm just coloring it again. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other blossoms. Look how pretty, just from adding color. I mean, just a minute ago, this is just a black and white page. And it was pretty, but now I just love how much color can do to pick up the mood and really brighten the day. So see, I went heavy around the corners again, and then light on the inside. And then I'm coloring dark on the edges here. And just coloring in light in the center. I don't know if you can hear the music okay, but it's Hawaiian slack key guitar. I've basically been playing it for the last week. It is soothing to listen to Hawaiian slack key guitar. You can just go to YouTube and type in Hawaiian slack key guitar, S-L-A-C-K, slack key, K-E-Y. And you will have all these beautiful soothing options that pop up. It's been a really wonderful part to start my morning. That's how I start the morning is I wake up. My routine that I found, my new routine, is waking up, taking a big glass of water, and I take my vitamins. I have vitamin D, and then I take some fish oils that has omega-3s and fatty acids, so I'll take that, and then I brew myself a cup of tea first thing in the morning. And that's helped give me a sense of like just staying on schedule, like a sense of regularity in my schedule. And I've been coming on at 8 a.m. Monday through Friday and spending it here on the HIR Wellness Institute nonprofit organization page on Facebook. And it's been really helping me stay calm and centered. Okay, more blossom, again going a little bit more heavy-handed on the outside, going around, kind of framing the space with a more firm motion here, and then lighter and more gentler on the inside. Looks cool so far, doesn't it? Okay, I'm going to finish up by coloring the stems. So there I go again with the stem. I'm going back to my dark green. It's a thinner space to work with, so the edges I'm being a little bit more careful about. And I'm just going to do the dark green on one side, I guess, because if I do it on both sides, the stems are so thin that they're just going to end up being dark green the whole way. Take my light green again, and then I fill in the rest. Yeah. What music do you listen to relax? Feel free to comment in our comment section in the thread here, and you can let us know what music that when you take a break, or if you feel like continuing to draw, go ahead. But if you want to take a break, you can go ahead and comment about what it is that you listen to when you want to relax. And for those of you who know Jamie Kellycutt, she is part of the HIR Wellness family, and on Saturdays at 2 p.m. she does requests. So you can literally like come onto this page and you can request music, and she does beautiful renditions of songs. I've heard her do Elvis songs, some Simon and Garfunkel, some Carly Simon, and she can do that on Saturday for you. And also on Sunday she does it for recovery and relaxation at 4 p.m. So Saturday at 2, Sunday at 2. And a matter of fact, she's here online now, so if you care to give any of your requests in advance so that she can work on it, feel free to put your requests right in the section. Barbara says she likes to listen to mellow rock on Apple Radio. I too am a soft rock fan. It's funny, I've heard people now they're calling soft and mellow rock. They have a new term for it. They call it yacht rock, which is kind of funny, but I love mellow rock, soft rock. It's kind of where my soul feels at home. I also really like traditional Hawaiian music. Anyone out there listen to some classic soul or Motown? I love that too. I listen to a lot of music prior to, basically any music prior to the year 2000 is where I feel comfy and at home. But feel free to share some of your favorite things that you like to listen to. Alright, so this is what I have so far, and I'm going to just start a little bit in the background just to show you what we can do with the stained glass. And after that, then we can make some paper hearts. So we'll take a short break and make some paper hearts. Okay, so now we have, I see all these lines here. And because I have pink right here, I think I want to put some contrast with a cool color. So this cool color will be a blue. And because reds and oranges and yellows, they're warm. They're on the warmer spectrum. And those can be stimulating, right? And then when we go into the greens and blues, they're cooling and they're calming. So they're relaxing. So I'm going to just randomly pick, say, this right here. I think I'm going to kind of make it look like the sky. So, but I'm going to just pick one slat here. And again, same thing. I'm going to kind of draw in dark around the edges. And then I'm going to go lighter handed in the center. But you know what? I think I don't really love that I did dark along the sides here. So I'm just going to work on the top and bottom next time. For me, that just seems more what I want. I don't know why. There's no real rhyme or reason for it. I just know that that's going to feel good for me. So I'm going to skip this line. Oops, this one. And then I'm going to go to the next one. And I'm going to use my blue there. Kai's over here eating granola bars. How are they? Good? I didn't know we had them. So again, I'm just going to go heavy-handed on the top and on the bottom and then fill in lightly. Feel free to share if you have colored something, you drew anything, and if you like, you can take a picture of it and you can share it right on our comments thread. Or you can inbox it to us if you don't want everyone to see it. It's up to you. You're always welcome to share your artwork. And remember, it's not about making masterpieces. It's just about relaxing and getting into the process of something that keeps us present. And here we go. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I start with the gap with the white. I'm going to leave it white on top. And then I'm going to fill in the next, so you can kind of see it here. I'm going to do every other. So, let me check my... So I'm going to go ahead and put this here. And then I have this other side. So again, I'm going to leave a gap in the white on the top. Or you could have done alternating, like blue starting or whatever. And you can make this any color you want. You don't have to be blue. You could pick any color. You could even make it black or brown, or sky's the limit. There's no rules. Absolutely no rules. I'm just giving some suggestions if you're looking for some creative ideas. Okay, so there is that. I'm just gonna finish for now, so that we can get into our paper hearts. I'm just gonna finish this little area here with the greens and the pinks, and then we'll move on. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish this up. Yes, Kai? So I'm gonna go heavy-handed around. And then filling it in lighter. Heavy-handed around. And filling it in lighter. You can always go back and touch up. I'm really enjoying doing this. It's just such a nice way to let go of the worries of the day. And just focus on being present. And then here, I'm going to go around. I want to take the time and say mahalo, thank you so much for being on and spending your morning with me. I appreciate you guys so much. And I'm filling in with light green. Remember, when you mix them together, it blends the colors and it creates depth. You know what I've been wanting to try with everyone is painting. I would love to paint. I do have paints here. Maybe not everybody has paints at home though. But I would love to paint for you in the future. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of show you now. And so here's just a start. I'll finish it at another time. And I love it so far. And just the blues. This really was only 4 colors, right? A dark and light green, a pink, and a blue. So that is cool. I will definitely finish working on this later today. And I want to just stretch a little bit because I was kind of hunched over. And I invite you to stretch along with me, whatever you need. If you need to... Ooh, maybe your fingers need it, maybe your wrists need it. I can relax my eyes a little bit because I was looking really deeply and intently at the page. So yes, I do want to paint. I absolutely will. I think that would be great. That would be... Man, I haven't painted in a long time. And Barbara, I know that you are a beautiful artist. Joe, I know you are too. I haven't seen any of your art yet, but I just know if you're anything like your mom, that you can do lots of things. I have no doubt. Man, I feel so proud and fortunate to be around all the people that I've been able to meet through this organization. They're just amazing men and women, and I just feel so lucky. So thank you so much to Leah, and thank you to Barbara and Joe and Jamie and everybody. Tanya, Elena, Deanna, Claudia, Xavier, everyone. You guys are just awesome. Okay. So I'm going to take a little breather. I'm going to sip my tea. Oh no, this is water. My tea's gone. Okay. Oh no, found my tea. It was on the other. I have tea and water. Okay, guys. So I invite you to get some scrap paper ready. We are going to make some hearts. Now, a little bit about the heart thing. So we've been home, right, guys? And this is to stop the spread of germs, right? We want to make sure that we are doing what we can to lessen the amount of physical interaction we have with people. So one of the things that I've seen online that people are doing is they are actually making hearts, and they are taping them on their windows so people can see them when they drive by. So if you're feeling restless and you feel like you absolutely need to get out and you need some fresh air, people have been driving in their car and just hunting. They've been heart hunting. So I stumbled upon this yesterday. I had to go to the grocery store to get some turmeric. I felt like my body needed it. And so I went to the store to get some turmeric, and I passed a handful of houses that had put hearts up. So I will show you how to make the hearts. It's pretty easy. So all you need is a piece of paper. So if you have a piece of paper that's like, like a scrap piece, it's like computer paper size, it's fine. What I have is origami paper, which is a Japanese paper. It's a paper folding. And I'm just going to grab, look at all these beautiful colors of origami paper. There's light pink, there's hot pink. The camera doesn't really do it justice as to how beautiful it is, but okay, I'm gonna pick a color. Oh, by the way, here's Kai's. Not done yet, but I love it, Kai. I can't wait to hang it on the fridge. Your beautiful, beautiful gumball machine. Thank you, Kai. Can we hang it on the fridge when we're done? Okay, we'll hang it on the fridge afterwards. So I'm just gonna take these pieces in the front, and look how they're kind of bent a little bit. That's okay, no big deal, because we're just gonna cut that part away anyway. So we're gonna take a sheet, whether it's this size sheet or this size sheet. And all you need right now is a pen or pencil, could even be a crayon, just something to draw the edge of the heart with. So we're going to take our piece of paper and we are going to fold it in half. So we'll take it here. And the way I do it is I just, so you have the sheet and then you just line up the edge. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect because line up the edges here and then press down. It doesn't need to be perfectly aligned because we're just cutting away. Okay, so then we're gonna take the folded edge. So this is the folded edge right here, right? This is that folded part down here. So we're gonna take marker, crayon, whatever. Oh, I'll use this pink marker. It's just because I have it. And then Kai, you gotta do one with me too. So pick your color. Go ahead, pick your color, Kai. Which one do you want? You're gonna do black? He wants to do a black heart. That's his prerogative. Any color you want to do is all good. Alright? Okay. So then you're gonna take and you're gonna draw, you want like a, you could just do, oh yeah. Yeah, you could try that. So anyways, you're gonna start at the folded edge and you're gonna make an arc around, and that's gonna be the curve, the upper curve of the heart. And then we're gonna come down and in. Okay? Then we're gonna need a scissors. Sorry guys, I forgot to tell you about the scissors. So I'll give you a chance to get your scissors if you need it. But let me get that. Alright, so I got my scissors and I'm just gonna cut along the edge. Just be careful, you can take your time. And this is really good. Here, I'll help you, Kai. This is really good for your hands, good for dexterity. And then, once I have it, I'm gonna open it up. Now, I have my heart. Look, it bled through a little bit. That's okay, I don't mind. Cute, hey? So, Kai, I'm gonna show you how to do yours. So, I'm gonna angle it a little bit over here. Okay, Kai, so you have your paper, you folded it in half. You could probably use a crayon because you'll see better, like a lighter colored crayon. So if you have a darker paper, like he has black, so we're gonna have trouble seeing if he were to draw a pencil line, which he could do, but it would be harder. But he could use like a white or a yellow, and then you're gonna draw your curve, starting from the folded edge around. Okay. So I have this heart while he's doing that. I can show you, I can make it a little bit fancier if I want. I'm going to take my heart, I'm going to fold it back again, and from the folded edge, I'm going to just kind of cut around, and I'm going to cut a heart within a heart, and what's that going to do is that's going to make another heart, and it's also going to give dimension to the original heart that I made. So look, now I have another heart. So I just got 2 for 1. And now my heart has a hole in it. So now I have 2 hearts. And that's really cool. So I'm going to do that. No, I think I'll leave this one. I want to keep this one regular. And now I can make, see, I have scrap paper left. And what I'm going to do is I think maybe I'll use that scrap paper again to make a tiny heart. So because I feel like I don't want to waste this. Why if I don't have to? So I'm just gonna rip that, and I'm just gonna fold. There you go, there's your heart. Let's show him your heart, Kai. Yes. So here's Kai's heart. Black and pink always reminds me of like the French colors. And I say oui oui. Okay, so we're in half, Kai, and then you can cut another heart shape out of the center. And while he's doing that, I'm going to borrow the scissors because I'll use a pen. And again, I'm cutting out along the fold. And this is going to be a mini heart. Can I use this for 1 sec? Just so I can show him a tiny one. So remember, I made this just with scrap paper. The paper that was left over. Because I felt like I didn't want to waste it. And then now, here you go, okay. I have a tiny little mini heart. And now we have all these different shapes and sizes. Tiny and that. How cool is that? Now remember, if you want, you can always make these fancier by coloring them with colored pencils or markers or crayons. You could even color the paper before you fold and cut. And then all I'm going to do is take some tape, some Scotch tape, and I'm going to put them on the windows. Alright, so now I can show you what we've made today. I will finish this throughout the day when I have a chance, or throughout the week. There's no rush on that. And we made our beautiful hearts, so when people walk by, we know that we send them lots of love and care. I'm going to check in with you guys before we say farewell. Remember, on this page, on this very post, there is a link to a survey. As we continue to serve victims of crime with our virtual services, we want to hear from you. So we ask you to take a few moments to complete the survey. It's anonymous, but it helps us gear our programming and our wellness care towards your needs. I also want to say that I know for some of you it can be tough while you're at home this long. And I want you to know that we care for you, we care for your well-being, and we know that you're out there. So if you need someone, please do not hesitate to call our CARES line. You can Facebook message us, inbox us, email, whatever you need to make contact. We are here for you. I'll be online Monday through Friday at 8 a.m., 2:30 p.m., and 8 p.m. Okay, so I'm here to help create a schedule with you so that we can have some regular things that we can count on, and I'm here. Also, our other CARES counselors and our directors, our organizer, our founder, we are here. So just know, HIR Wellness Institute nonprofit organization, that's our purpose. Our purpose is to make sure that we can do what we can so that you are okay and well during these times. Kai, can you say bye to everyone? Before we go, I would like to say aloha, have a good evening, have a good afternoon. I'll be back on at 2:30. Before I say goodbye, feel free to comment. I'll stay on for a few minutes. If you have anything you'd like to say or anything that you would like to do to check in, know that I'm here to read the comments and be there for you. And while I'm waiting for these comments, I'll show you the new microphone. Hopefully this doesn't mess with the sound. It's called a Snowball, and he's wearing a Santa hat because we found a random Santa hat in our crayon box. So Kai felt it fitting. I'm going to give you a moment to reply in the threads if you need to, and we'll bid you farewell with some smudge. People are the medicine, guys. Part of it. Want to swatch, guy? Go ahead. Thank you so much for spending this 10 a.m. Creative Connections time with me. I'll see you again at 2:30 p.m. Much love and aloha. Take care. See you soon. Say bye, Kai.